What I'd like for us to do after that heavy session is to have Dr. Rice come back on, and Dr. Rice is going to lead us through some mindfulness breathing techniques. These are the things that kind of get us back to center, especially when we have very heavy hearts and hard moments. So Dr. Rice, this will be a true testament to how powerful these breathing techniques could be at this point. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. I think this conference is so powerful. Um, Dr. Dara, and Lindsay's story was incredible, and you're so incredibly brave to come on and speak your truth in front of all of these people. But I heard you say if you can help just one person, it will make a huge difference. And I hope that that's true. I hope that we are helping the 238 participants and their families who are here. So we are going to do some breathing, and I want to just give you just a bit of a caveat to that. Sometimes for people, closing their eyes and doing deep, slow breath can be very triggering. So you do not have to participate in this by any means. But if you haven't experimented with taking deep and slow breaths, I encourage that you give it a shot. Maybe you do it for a few minutes, and then you stop and kind of breathe normal and then come back to it. The power of the breath, I think, is truly underestimated. And it's something that we take for granted and we don't think much about. So by bringing your focus to the breath, I hope that you guys are going to experience a deeper sense of peace, calmness, reduction in anxiety, maybe increase in your mood. And so the way that I want to do this one right now. Oh, hold on. I clicked that a little bit too quickly. A couple of things to keep in mind, through the nose at all times if possible, and to really focus. I'm going to lower the thing here on the belly breath. If you can keep your hands on your belly while you're breathing, we really want to see the belly rising and the belly falling with the breath. That's the way that we know that it's the diaphragm contracting and pulling air into the lungs and then releasing. So really deep belly breaths. The breathing that we're going to do today is the heart rate variability breathing. And this is the 5.5 second inhale, 5.5 second exhale. And what we notice with this breath is that it can start to sink in with our heart rate, and it can help us to start develop that increasing in the heart rate on the inhale and decreasing heart rate on the exhale. It should become this beautiful sine wave with our heart rate. Another thing I wanted to mention about this 5.5 second inhale, 5.5 second exhale, which pertains to about 5.5 second breath per minute. There's been some research done on some old prayers, like the Stay in the Rosary, and another one that's escaping my mind at the moment, and it's mentioned in that book that I mentioned to you guys, that when they get into the state of prayer, that is the breath rate that they're exhibiting, is this 5.5 second inhale, 5.5 second exhale. So there's something divine in it, if that resonates with you. What you're going to see here is just a visual that I think is really helpful. I'm starting midway because 10 minutes of breathing, it can be a lot. If you're going to start a practice on your own, maybe start with like 2 minutes or even 3 minutes, because sitting still for 10 minutes, if you're not accustomed to it, can be quite challenging. So I'm just going to have us do 6 minutes of some deep breathing, and you'll notice you'll come into it, you'll come out of it, your brain's going to go wild with all of the things that you have to do. And that's the point of a deep breathing practice, is to have the brain go bananas on you, and for you to become aware of this and to bring it back and to bring your focus back to the breath. It's like training a puppy. If any of you guys have had the puppy and you tell the puppy to sit, in the beginning they have no idea what you're saying and they won't listen to you. And 3 months later you say sit, and the puppy sits for half a second and you're cheering. You're so excited that the puppy's sitting. And then eventually gets to the point where you say sit and the puppy will sit before they go and they run off and do something else. That's like our brains with like meditation or deep breathing. Your brain's going to go bananas on you, but that's the point. Embrace it. And then the point is to find that focus and to bring your focus and your attention back to the breathing. So on the inhale, you'll see a yellow line go up. On the exhale, yellow line go down. I find that if I just kind of haze my vision out and just kind of blur it a little bit and just watch the rising and falling and sync my breath to it is the best way to do it. Okay, hands on the belly, breathing in and out through the nose. I'll see you guys in 6 minutes. All right, everybody. If you want to add to the chat section any of your comments or experiences with that, I'd love to hear how that was for you. And I look forward to introducing you to another breathing exercise next week. I'm playing around with the idea of doing a really powerful, almost intense breath work, but I'm also thinking of keeping it more relaxed and deep breathing. So if you have any thoughts on that, share that with us as well, of to what you want to work on next week.
Thank you, Dr. Rice. Appreciate you.
Absolutely. Thank you.